the biggest thing since Donald Trump.
Hi, and welcome to the 2017 Wyoming Athletics Debate. Today, I have Nick Wimp and Jack McCormick, and they will be opening with their thesis statements, 2 minutes each. Nick, 2 minutes, Jack.
Okay, well today I'll be talking about why Wyoming is in fact good at athletics. Now granted, they're not Alabama or that good, but still, they're pretty good. And here's what I have. Their bowl record, 6-8. It's not the best, however, that is better than California, Central Michigan, Duke, Kansas, Iowa State, Kentucky, Vanderbilt.
Hey, Kansas? No.
It is.
No, Kansas is not good.
Well, they're still SEC though. So
No, they're not.
Oh, they're not?
They are
Big Ten.
Oh, it's still, you know what I mean, Power 5.
Okay.
Okay, still. Alright,
Okay,
they're better than those. Okay, then cut off! Redo it!
No. 2 minutes, Jack.
Okay, today I'll be talking about why Wyoming is in fact good at athletics. Now granted, they're not Alabama good or any, really high level teams, but they're still pretty good college when it comes to athletics. Here's some of my reasons. 1, Wyoming bowl record's 6-8. That's not the greatest, but they're still better than California, Central Michigan, Duke, Iowa State, Kentucky, and Vanderbilt. So, and those are pretty big colleges too. So if they're better than them, their athletics are kind of alright. And then basketball. They've had a long, great history of basketball. 1943 NCAA championships. The list goes on and on how many times they've made the championship. Larry Nance Jr., that's one of the people that got drafted last year in the first round from Wyoming. Bunch of really good athletes from there, and they've played really good. So that's why I feel like they're good at athletics.
Nick, 2 minutes. Nick, 2 minutes.
Wyoming athletics aren't good at all. Their men's basketball right now is 8-10 and they're on a 3-game losing streak. Their football team went 8-6. That's including bowl games and the Mountain West playoffs. And they lost to some pretty horrible teams in both because they're in the Mountain West. There's no good teams in the Mountain West to give them competition. That's why they have a good record. And that's all I have for opening. Nate?
Okay, cut.
Okay, I've noticed, Nick, that you say Wyoming's not cut out because they don't have enough wins or whatever. When it comes to their overall wins in basketball, Murray State's 46 overall in all of basketball, and Wyoming is 52nd. Does that mean Murray State's better than Wyoming?
Mm-hmm.
Because they have more wins, even though Murray State's in the OVC, and you say it yourself that they're small colleges, so they get wins easier.
Okay, well, yeah, but no. I'm just... What? So, Murray State, they play smaller colleges. How many more wins do they have over Wyoming?
I didn't check that. I know that Wyoming has 1,505.
So that's like Central Michigan. They went undefeated until the bowl game. They're better than a lot of other teams because Western Michigan. They were better than other teams because they went undefeated. So they probably played bigger colleges too. If Wyoming could have done that, yeah, I'd give them credit. They're an amazing team.
They played big colleges.
Not as big
as Alabama. Again, I'm sorry. Like I said before.
You played people in the Mountain West.
Mountain West is a good... You're acting like they're just because they're not a Power 5, they suck.
They do because there's no big colleges, and the biggest college in there is Hawaii, and they suck at
Boise State.
Football.
Let's just look at the...
Boise State is the best in...
Boise State. Actually, Wyoming has more wins than Boise State, even though if you're saying Boise State has a better history, that's not true at all, because I remember you say that before. San Diego State, they were again 24th ranked. Boise State and San Diego State actually beat quite big colleges. I forget exactly who they were because Wyoming had taken on Nebraska this year.
The Wyoming could just be like the Rams. The Rams can always beat the Seahawks, but that doesn't mean they're better.
I said Nebraska, and Wyoming. This is the first time Wyoming's beat Boise State in a few years now because last year Wyoming went 2-10.
No, you're talking with San Diego. You're all like, oh, they beat ranked teams. Yeah, because they play.
They haven't beat San Diego State or Boise State in a while. Last year they went 2-10. It's the resurgence of Wyoming now.
But they play those teams every year. They know what they're going to do. So it's like the Rams and the Seahawks. The Rams usually beat the Seahawks because the Rams always use trick plays because they know what they're going to do.
Here's the thing. Nobody expects Wyoming to win. You know why?
Nobody expects the Rams to win.
Yes, they do. Actually, people now expect the Rams to win because they've won so long. Wyoming hasn't beat them. I think it was I forget when it said. Since I think actually Boise State came into the Mountain West in '99. You know why? Because Boise State's been dominant, and then Wyoming went 2-10 last year. They got Josh Allen healthy. They had Brian Hill healthy. They all came together. The offense came together and they beat them because it's a resurgence year this year.
That doesn't mean that they're better than because they beat them.
It kind of does.
They've beaten Boise State has beaten them for a long time now.
Yeah, but college is different than NFL because college every 4 years, every year new players come in, new players leave.
And the NFL too, free agency.
There's a lot more than that though, because a player doesn't stay in the NFL. A player doesn't stay in the NCAA football for 13 years and is a veteran that can
5 years max.
Yeah, 5 years max.
6.
If it's redshirt.
Yeah,
but
redshirt.
still. And then
That's a lot of time to grow though. If you're there
Or
for
if you're
6
hurt.
years, yeah.
well, that wasn't to do with anything though. It's a lot of time to grow. So what? There's new players coming in every single year.
There's new players in the NFL. They get drafted. They sign during free agency.
But again, if you sign a player for a contract, usually it's 3 years. That's basically almost your whole college.
Exactly.
So yeah, you can't make that assumption because then if you sign 3 contracts over a year, that's what's 4 times 3, 12. It's a lot.
That will wrap us up. Thank you for watching. As Nick thinks, Wyoming is a bad college for athletics. Good college. Who do you agree with, Jack or Nick? Comment below. Thank you for watching.